I'm John Palmentary in Carpinteria on Linden Avenue, just steps away from the waterfront, with a candidate for the 5th District in the upcoming Carpinteria City Council race, Al Clark. Al,
hi John.
What was your main reason for running for the 5th District City Council seat in Carpinteria?
Well, John, I think this is another high-stakes crossroad that we've come to in Carpinteria. You know, it doesn't happen very often, but there's some issues that have come up that are big, and how you judge this is how many people come out to things, and you know, we have had a lot of citizens involved in the issues lately, and it shows that, you know, people have come off the couch, they're interested, they want to be engaged. I think we're going to have a high high voter turnout in this election.
How do you plan to lead the city through the post-pandemic economic recovery?
Well, I think we're already there and past that, really. You know, in a sense, I was on the city's finance committee. I pushed for Measure X. I got my buddy on the committee, Brad Stein, to go along with it. We put it to the council to put Measure X to the voters. I liked it because it was promised to bring a lot of money. We were also looking, the city was scrounging around for money then. We were having to use our savings account to backfill our checking account to pay for bills. So we were looking around for more money. So there were a lot of ideas put on the table. The hotel was one, and so they went with that, and we went with Measure X. And so Measure X has been stunning. Last year we made $3.9 million. We've been making towards that for a couple of years now, so that really helped carry us over. Also, we got a lot of money backfilled from the federal government, like most other places, and so we had a little bit of a tough time, but we rode it out, and we always do. We're very conservative on spending.
In a time of growing community conflicts over possible changes, along with other stresses such as housing costs, what will be your style to resolve these issues and retain unity?
I don't know. Whoops. Let's just do that. I think you have to use a different approach for everything. I'm not sure if we will ever have unity on things. I mean, the community has consistently been divided for the last 35 years on things, and so I don't know about that. That's not really part of my thinking. I have a vision. I think Carpinteria, I want to keep Carpinteria, and that doesn't mean exactly what it looks like now, because Carpinteria is going to change and Carpinteria is going to grow. But Carpinteria, to me, is the environment, this beautiful place we live in, and it's our charming small businesses downtown that serve the tourists and the residents, and then it's the people themselves. Carpinteria is a small, close-knit community, family community. Everybody knows everybody else. Things are done over the back fence, kind of thing, and so there's a big spirit of volunteerism here that help make this a nicer place, and we help each other out. And so those three elements, I think, if we keep those balanced in everything that we do, every decision we make, we're gonna stay being Carpinteria.
What are you most pleased with about Carpinteria as a city that you'll want to preserve with laws, or you'll fight from losing?
The environment. This is a spectacular place, as I said, but we've got the mountains and the oceans and the views, and they're spectacular. It's a very beautiful place. We have clean water, clean air. The breezes are great. It's a wonderful place to live, and so I think that's a special thing that needs preservation. I don't like that we're possibly going to be overdeveloping. There looks like there's something that's going to come on the bluffs and, some other things downtown. But I think that the concept of what we're doing now if on the Palms Hotel and the 700 Linden is taking old unused buildings and repurposing and reusing them to adapt them to the future. I don't see, I say yes, yes, yes to that stuff, but something like the hotel, I'm a little bit leery of it. I have concerns.
The biggest change around Carpinteria in recent years has been the Highway 101 freeway project. How do you feel about it so far, and what are your thoughts about its impact on the city going forward?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm intimately familiar with that. I represent Carpinteria on SBCAG, and so SBCAG does the roads, and we work with Caltrans who own the roads, and so I'm familiar with all this stuff. And it's a big dislocation currently. I mean, and I think. I have hopes that when it's all done, it's going to be this beautiful drive back and forth from Santa Barbara, not the 45 minutes it takes now sometimes. But I just worry that, it's going to be outdated. I mean, this is a place that people want to come to all the time, and it's a wonderful little micro area that we live in here in Santa Barbara and Carpinteria and Goleta. And I can't fault people for wanting to come here, because I think it's going to be on the times when it's crowded now. It's still going to be crowded, like the weekends and such. But I have high hopes for it. But I don't think it's dislocated Carpinteria that much. We were able to do a thing. They wanted to come in and put Patterson Avenue style bridges over the freeway on Casitas Pass and on Linden, and we got them to tone them down, make them lower and even shorter, and so they didn't get these grandiose ribbons of concrete. I think that would have really been disastrous for the community. So I like how those bridges turned out now. They blend into the community well.
Okay. This is Carpinteria 5th District City Council candidate Al Clark, who's on the November ballot. Reporting in Carpinteria, I'm News Channel reporter John Palmentary.